Okay, I have too much, it seems. Like I'm a healer, a writer, a performing artist, and so I have this well of ideas that are just coming, and I want to do them all, and I'm like, ah! You know, so for me, it's this overwhelmed, like it's all exciting, and I want to do all of it, and so for me, it's like, how do I structure? So it's almost like it stops me, like the bigness of it stops me, like the magnitude.
So were you, and this is just a question, as a kid, were you ever told that you were too big, too much, wow, you've got so much going on? You were told that.
Yeah, you're good.
Too big for, that's what I do for a living. Okay, that whoever said that to you, that voice is running in your head, and that's what you're still buying into, whereas you're not too much, you're not too big, you're actually not overwhelmed, you know exactly what to do. But that bigness, that large personality that you had and have, and that effervescence that you had as a child was told to kind of keep a lid on it and behave, or whatever the voice was. I mean, I could really tune into it, but I'm not going to do it exactly right now because I don't want to blab people's personal lives all over the internet. So I would take a look at that and get what, if you were one of my clients, I'd have you write a letter to the original voice of where that came to. The first paragraph would be on, what does that energy sound like? What does it feel like? What was said to you? The second paragraph would be how it worked for a while because then you were the good little girl, it kept you at a good thing, but then how you started to rebel against it, but then that didn't work for you, it almost worked against. And then the third paragraph would be how you resent it. You resent that this was ever said to you, and why not allow you to be effervescent and full of life and go and do and play and be large and have a great time. And then you would thank it. The next paragraph, the fourth paragraph, would be on thanking it because it has gotten you to where you are now, and you have accomplished some great things in your life and done some wonderful things, and you thank it, but you are going to send it on its way back to where it belongs to. Do you see? But we have to identify the original voice, where it originally came from. It's really important. And send that energy, get clear on that energy, write that energy out, and let's thank it, let's bless it, and let's send it on its way, and let's give it back to where it belonged to. Do you see?
Yeah.
So, does that help?
Yes,
Yeah?
thank you.
Good. Anybody else? Yeah,
So I'm trying to get clear here.
please.
With respect to resentment, it isn't necessarily that you have to find out where it came from or started, but just to kind of pinpoint what the resentment is.
So with resentments, I haven't really talked a lot about resentments. So what we do with resentments, I take you through an exercise with resentments, and we identify what the original resentment is. Okay, what the, not, it doesn't have to be the original, what the resentment is, period. Get really clear on that. And then we get to see, what was it that I did to contribute to this situation, to the resentment? How did I somehow cause something or another or this sort of thing? And then we get to eventually see what fears started the entire train running. It's a process that's a little lengthy that I won't be able to go into depth now. But you get to see, because a lot of resentments stem from fear. And a ball that I got rolling a long time ago, somehow, some way, that may have caused a little spark of something. And even if I have 2% in that resentment, just 2%, and they're 98% wrong, I need to heal that 2% of me that's keeping me stuck in the past. I need to get back that energy. What are you going to ask me? Were you about to ask me another question?
No, I'm it's sort of still living in the realm of abstraction here for me, so I'm just trying to follow along. And I'm thinking about, I guess what I'm thinking about is, and I don't know if these are the right words or not, but I'm a bit of a perfectionist, and I'm very creative, like this woman right back here, and I in a way resent mediocrity, successful mediocrity. Okay. It's just like I loathe some of the crap, that's on TV, and it's like I can't get past, what I judge as being oh, well, we could all do so much better, so why are we settling for so much less? And, so that's what's kind of coming up for me. And I don't,
Good. That's a good question, actually. I have to ask you, is that thinking, would you say it's obsessive thinking a little bit? Do you think about it a lot?
I might say obsessive. I don't say I think about it a lot, but boy, it definitely gets triggered.
You get triggered
easily.
easily.
Yeah.
I would encourage you to look at what are you avoiding doing for yourself when you go into that thinking. I would say that this might, I'm not saying it is, I'm just saying might be a distraction for you.
And I can see that, but the funny thing is I'm pretty prolific at a lot of things I do, and I really push forward.
Good.
So again, but then I'm not, I have a lot of projects out there, and they all just kind of like, bump up against the ceiling.
I would encourage you. It's like stop that complaining. It's a form of complaining.
Yeah, no, that's for sure. Yeah.
If you stop doing that for 30 days, all those projects, or at least one of them, will start to happen. I lay money on it. Because what's happening is the energy that is around, you're vibrating out a type of energy when you start thinking those thoughts. You're vibrating out this type of energy of mediocrity. And the universe says, oh, mediocrity? Let's bring him mediocrity in his projects. He doesn't move his project. It just mediocrely goes up to the top, but it doesn't go over the top. You're getting mediocrity reflected back. It's not, if you will think differently or not think about that and go, oh, bless them, they're doing something, they're on air.
God knows they're trying.
It will push your project. It'll definitely push one of your projects up. The universe is reflecting back to you your thoughts. Absolutely, hands down. This is as clear to me as we're sitting here. For sure, yeah.
You know that I'm in the designing business, even though I took a break for 4 years. It's been a part of my consciousness for so long to do something ecologically sustainable. And I'm in a situation now where I feel like all these angels are like moving in next door, helping me get web pages together, and this big dream of having a web page is coming together. And it's really bizarre though, because I don't have any money coming into my life whatsoever right now. I mean, seriously. And I'm behind. But I feel for the first time in my life, I feel like I'm content with that in a way, because I know that I have to push through this. But what's just crossed my mind is I'm really into this zero waste, recycling, let's use everything up, because the fashion industry, there's so much hype, there's so much waste, there's so much pollution. I read the other day that there's like...
So don't go into that.
Okay.
I'm going to stop you from going into a negative train of thought,
Okay.
and we're going to answer your question.
So I'm concerned though, that if I'm like trying to recycle and zero waste, and is that why I have no money coming in my life right now?
That's not it. Because I know you, I know your work, and I know how talented you are. And what's happening is you're not bringing in the finances right now is keeping you in an uncomfortability that you're used to.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
And it's about you, Annie, learning how to be comfortable with success in all areas of her life. That's the bottom line here. Because I know your work. She's brilliant at what she does. I mean, you are. You're brilliant at everything you knit and everything you do. And I don't know what you've been doing in the last year or two, but what I know from
Some
before.
pretty exciting things.
Yeah, I'm sure. And so it's about you becoming comfortable with being comfortable with success in all areas of your life.
Because I really relate with that mediocrity thing. Like, I go, oh, Annie, you are just so full of yourself. But I love beautiful things, and I think we should all. And so, like, I did Fall Market last week, and there's all these amazing designers, and a famous celebrity is making all kinds of money selling her jeans. like she doesn't.
Okay,
even
so
s-
the thing
you know?
is, I'm going to
I
stop
get
you.
stuck on that stuff.
But you do, and that's what's
I
sticking
do.
you.
Yeah.
It's what's sticking you,
And
though.
I hate myself for it.
No,
And
no,
I
no.
hate the celebrity too.
So this is becoming a big distraction here with the whole thing when you could use all those thoughts to think about other really big stuff. We're going to have to start wrapping it up here, so you guys. But do you see it really all starts becoming a big, as opposed to using all those thoughts and going into a positive area and just staying focused on you and what you're creating?
I'm blessing that happened because somebody's going to be having a job because of all those genes she said.
I know, but don't get into any. No, don't go there. Yeah, it's so what? That's good. Good for her.
Well,
Bless
that's what I'm
her.
saying, the positive side of
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
That's what I'm trying-
yeah.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
Okay, good,
Yeah.
good.
No,
So
seriously.
it's really about and you saying to yourself, you know what, I'm comfortable with being comfortable and having great success in my life. And that's what your opportunity for growth is really being comfortable with great success in all areas of your life, not in just one or two, but in all areas.